and without getting too gossipy about it, somebody in the cast was involved with somebody else.
Right.
And that somebody else was not overly thrilled with the idea of the somebody else having love scenes with a third somebody else.
Right.
And so she kind of turned the screws and put the kibosh on it.
Right.
And it was a curveball that we all had to react to, and react to pretty quickly.
I wondered if that was the reason why the Annie Blackburn character was brought in.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
You've been reading your Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. An actual fact, Cooper's stance on the show of not getting involved because he hurt someone previously sort of it does lend itself an air of romanticism. It's the unrequited
right
love.
Yeah, no, you make the best with what you have, and I think we reacted in a way that was creative, and Annie Blackburn did become an important character in the second half of that season, and launched the career of
Heather Graham.
Yeah. So something good did come of it.
And I really enjoyed the Wyndham Earl stuff.
Yeah.
When that, I mean, he was a classic villain in that sort of over-the-top, megalomaniacal way, and also a master of disguise as well.
Yeah, he was very much in the Moriarty
right.
kind of tradition, and I felt that story, picked up steam and really got us going in the second half of the year. It was a hard transition to make because the resolution of the Laura Palmer mystery was such a big story point, and as you'd suggested, it would have been great had we been able to end the second season there, and then picked up a third season,
right?
Without having to start the next story the next day.
I had read that the network more or less insisted that the murder be resolved prematurely, perhaps.
Well, they wanted it resolved by the end of the first season, and we resisted that. And I felt that we at the time that we'd given it, we'd played it out pretty fully, and that it worked pretty well. But you just go ahead a few years and you see a show like Lost succeed without really providing any answers at all for 5 or 6 years, with only occasional bits of information that paid off. So it was more the network's lack of patience than I think it was the audience's.
There's a show, now I can't think of the name of it. Is it The Killing?
Yeah, The Killing, apparently, yes, it's been on one season on AMC.
Right, and everybody is saying these guys are big Twin Peaks fans.
Well, it was actually based on a Danish show, if I'm not mistaken, that ran on Danish television and was adapted from that originally. But they did apparently borrow a lot of the look and the feel of the show in trying to capture the mood. And then apparently had a conclusion at the end of the season that made viewers pretty angry from what I've been able to understand.
Well, just to kind of wrap this up here, people are curious about any activity that you're involved in, and obviously golf is huge for you.
Right.
And I only wish that you were into the NFL, Mark.
I am.
Okay.
I am in a big way. No, I'm a big football fan. I just haven't chosen to write about football, but there haven't been a lot of great books written about football when you think about it. I mean, Paper Tiger and a few others, but it doesn't have the richness of literature that golf and baseball do. And I wrote a baseball book a couple of years ago as well about the 1975 World Series. So, news that the NFL is coming back, I think many of us around the country are breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh, I was thinking, what am I going to do with myself in the fall? Now suddenly my life has meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What do you have? What do you have cooking now? What projects are you involved in now?
I'm working on a couple of things. I've got I'm launching a new series of novels with Random House, which the first one will be out in the fall of 2012 for the young adult audience, and The first one I think is slated for September. I'm very excited about it. It's the first. It's a trilogy. This is the first in a series of 3 books, and right now I can't really tell you too many details because it's kind of under wraps.
Oh, sure.
We're finishing a movie sale for it, so hoping that'll make it into both mediums. I'm also writing a movie for the Disney Studio right now, which is an interesting project that I've been involved with for a couple of years, and that's to take the character, the classic detective character of Miss Marple,
right,
was created by Agatha Christie. We got the rights from the Christie estate and the blessing of her grandson to do something similar to what the BBC did with Sherlock Holmes recently.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And make her a modern character and start her as a younger woman and make her American. Make her a woman of about 40 and do an origin story and try to resurrect one of my favorite genres of movies, that kind of all-star murder mystery. So I'm writing the first one of those now, and we've got high hopes for that as well.
Wow! So you've as of this moment, you've got a lot on the plate.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, that's always good. And you mentioned on your Twitter account that there is going to be a re-release of The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer.
There is this fall. Simon & Schuster wants to reissue the book, and here and in the UK. And we're maybe even going to do an audio version of the book, which we've never done. We're looking into that as well.
Wow.
There's so many loyal fans for the show that we'd like to be able to give them some more stuff to enjoy as we go forward.
Well, I mean that's tremendous news for all the fans of Twin Peaks. Do you have any contact with David Lynch at all these days?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we speak frequently, and we've remained good friends over the years.
Because I know he's very busy with his TM Foundation.
Yeah, I mean he's doing amazing work around the world with this and helping wounded veterans and kids from abusive backgrounds, and I just think very proud of him. He's doing wonderful stuff with this real dedication he's got to what he believes, and that's the healing power of meditation.
Right. Yeah, and I should also point out to the audience that he's also involved in music as well. You know?
He has.
Yeah.
He always has had a great ear for music and was very involved with the creation of the music in Twin Peaks, and he's turning out some pretty interesting and tasty stuff these days. So. And
also, I should mention this at the end of this, that you can be followed on mfrost11 on Twitter, but you have a website as well. I do, bymarkfrost.com, where you can check out all the books and all the films and television series I've worked on over the years. So it's kind of a fun site. Very, very cool. Thanks so much, Mark. It's my pleasure. It was great talking with you.